Boom, 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 boom.
Still going. Holy fuck. I need to clip that shit. A 4 kill streak real quick. Alright. Fucking things can fly, dude. Yeah, just like Jeff said, if you can't take the shit talking, just being just bring the lube. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, we just have fun, dude. I look like an F-111 if the nose cone and one engine is missing. Ass cheek, butthole, man. Fucking best gamer ever just called me Alfredo Einstein.
Do any of you guys have a launch pad?
All right, there we go. Let me put this on this side. There we go. There we go. All right, we're live. All right. Let's keep on grinding. Let's fly some of this F-18. Hell yeah. All right, here we go. From F-18, we make sure the Stream Deck's working. All right, everything should be working here. How is everyone doing tonight? All right, we are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Hanging out, having fun. And here we go. How are you guys doing on TikTok? All right, Flare and Chaff. All right, this one might be a pain in the ass here. All right. There we go. We got our 7 Ps out. All right. We're gonna go ahead and head on. We're gonna head low, out to the left side here. How is everyone doing on TikTok? What's up? Brady, Acosta, TJ, Daniel. What's up? Let's see. I got my TikTok chat over here on the right and Twitch and YouTube on the left. We're gonna keep on grinding here. Excuse me. Alright. Oh shit, there's so many missiles that just got launched up there. Look at that. There's so many missiles up there. I'm hoping one does not lock me when I come across here. I'm hoping one doesn't. Alright. I don't see him anymore. Here we go. We're gonna try to get a lock right here on this back F-16. Oh my god, there's so many. Alright, we got a hard lock on the F-16. F-18. We got a lock. Got him. We're gonna keep skimming across right here. Oh no. What the hell? I'm gonna clip that. Did you just see that lag? You see that shit? The fuck? That just took me. Oh my god. That just literally made me do a barrel roll and slam into the ground. What the fuck? That was crazy. Alright, well, while we wait for that one, we are going to fly our, let's go fly this, F-15C Golden Eagle. While we wait. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to. I was recording video as well. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was, but I was recording video as well at the same time. Alright, let's try to freaking get this again. Let's go. What is up, everyone? What's up, Chris Senior? Alright, we are gonna try to get some altitude here. I've got 12 missiles on this thing. This is gonna be this fucking mess. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see if we can't get some freaking locks here. Alright, I'm picking up a Typhoon. Look at the whole bunch of them right there. I forgot the lock distance on these. But I am gonna shoot early. F-18s are already shooting. Our F-15, I don't know if he's shooting yet. Oh my god, there's rockets everywhere. Alright, there's a hard lock. Hard lock. Hard lock. Hard lock. Hard lock. Hard lock. There's another one. Another one. Let's see, dodge all these. Alright, I got 9Ms. Oh my god. Alright, we're just gonna launch these. These are prayer shots. Alright, I got one aircraft down. I got two more going down. Let's see. Maybe those 9Ms will hit directly on top. But they are IR. We are burning, boys. All right, those 9Ms missed. They missed. Fuck. Let's get back in there with this thing. That was fun. How is everyone doing tonight? Over on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. How is everyone? Hope everyone's having a good evening. All right, I'm at the airport. All right. We're going to try to get some of these shots to hit. I got one last round. We're going to try to get these 120Cs. Oh, let me look. Oh, shit. I just pulled hard. I was going to try to look at a little bit more detail on this weapon system there. Damn. Alright, we're going to try to get way out here to the right side. Just because there's more room for me to move on this right side than there is on the left. If you guys don't mind sharing and liking the live, that'd be amazing. Help me reach that follower goal. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna try to get out here on the right side, get some locks with these 120Cs.
Attention to the map. Attention to the map.
Got to be over 1.0 Mach, I believe, to launch these, you know, to where it makes them happy. All right, I've got them all on my scope right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got their whole team right here on my freaking radar, right in front of me. They are engaging. Oh shit. We got a little bastard trying to sneak out this way. 2 of them. I really want to shoot these within like 30 clicks, but it's so hard because of these other missile systems that these guys are shooting. And I see them already getting locked. I'm going to engage his missile. Oh, I got another one. Trying to get defensive. I don't know where it's coming from. I got 2 down. Got a critical hit on a 3rd one. I don't know where I do not know where the missiles are coming. It's behind me. Missile is behind me. I'm trying to get evasion. God, this thing is still locked. Alright, we're taking it low. It is still behind me tracking. I'm gonna try to confuse it. We're gonna take a hard ride around this corner. If I can. Missile evasion.
Overaching.
Hell yeah.
Overaching.
All right, we're gonna switch over to TWS and just see what we can pick up here.
Overaching.
I've got 2 aircraft, or 3 aircraft down, a critical hit. I need to get some altitude to get some more shots with these 120Cs. Ooh, another missile evasion. Holy shit, I had 2 on me the whole time. R-73, 2 of them. Jesus, that sucks. Oh, there's a MiG on fire. Another MiG on fire. Oh shit, there's a rocket coming right here. I have plenty of fuel right now, and I have nothing on my radar. Well, I think I have plenty of fuel, and I've got plenty of missiles. I've got 2 9Ms and 4 120Cs left. And we're looking for 1 pilot right now. And I don't have an active, I think, scouting thing. A mission, I forgot what they're called. A blind hunt, I believe. We're looking for 1 guy. I want to shoot him down. Get first place on the team. Holy shit, that guy. SU-30 SM has 7 kills this round. That is insane. That's crazy.
Overaching.
And I'm just trying to find him on my radar. And I'm not getting anything right now. He's got to be back at his main base. Way back here, because that's the only logical sense, is that he shot early and took off. But the problem with the main base is they have AA that will pick you up. So you either have to like orbit fly. Maybe I'll get a lock on him at 74 kilometers out, and I can take a 120 shot at him. But you have to stay away from these freaking bases, the main bases, dude. They will fucking smack you. My radar is not picking anything up right now. Oop, a CRT, I'm getting picked up by the base. It's hard to see down there. Yep. They are freaking shooting at us. What am I tracking? All right, I have time to do, I don't really have time to do that. I was gonna do one more U-turn, but I've got 10 minutes of fuel and I'm burning through it quick, so I've got an RTV. I've got to get back to this front runway. We're gonna be crashing.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
We got to get back. We've got the few, I mean, we've got the missiles to fight. We've got 4 missiles for 1 person. I just cannot sustain it with the fuel that I have.
All right.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
What is that? Where he's at back there?
Attention to the designated grid zone.
We're coming in for a landing now. All right, we got to get down. We've got to come in for that landing, boys. All right, we're gonna apply the air brake. We're 800. Let's get it down to close to like 5.
Designated grid zone.
Get the right altitude.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
All right, we're gonna drop down here. All right, now we're gonna cut off the engine. The throttle back.
Attention to the designated grid
Trying to burn
zone.
some speed. 2 hard turns. Gear down. Go up to about 25% power.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Bring the nose up. And touch it down. The throttle back, brakes.
Attention to the
Perfect
designated grid
landing.
square.
Look at that. Look at that landing. Perfection. Pop the air brake in. Let's get the landing XP. Boom. There we go. And that's the end of the round. He got killed, or he crashed, or whatever happened. That's it. We made it. Wasn't a horrible round. I got 2 down. Got some critical hits on some other people. I think that one dude made it back to base. What did I get? 140,000 lions. I'll take it. Meteor shower? What's this one? Destroy ground and waterborne targets using a strike aircraft. Ground and waterborne targets. Okay, so I need a strike aircraft. So this is a strike aircraft, this F-15E. Let's go ahead and look at our secondary weapon loadouts here of what we're going to be rocking. We're going to create one here. Targeting pod, a countermeasure. We got 2,000 pounders. We're gonna go 2 120s. Oh shit. It is forbidden to use AIM-120C's air-to-air missiles Legislate because of an install weapon bomb. Corresponds with the remove slot. Okay, well, what can I put here? Do I skip a slot and throw them on? Can I throw a bomb on here? Ooh, I can. 2,000 pounders. See, but I can't throw anything on here because I've got those on. Holy Christ, look at those bombs. All right, strike aircraft. We need to destroy 18 ground and water targets. So that's the plan here. 18. Look at these fucking things. I got 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 12,000 pounds of bombs on this shit. This thing is going to be heavy. Holy shit. I gotta make it to the middle though. That's the problem. This thing is going to be a monster. We're gonna go armored targets with the guns. We have those selected. We are not airfield because that's gonna take us fucking forever to take off with this thing. All right. We got some serious weight on this aircraft right now. All right. So we are gonna try to. Shit. All right, we're gonna have to go left. We've got to get ground targets. These are 2,000 pounders apiece. So I've got to be very accurate, but you know, the splash damage on these will fucking smack shit. And I do have 4 air-to-air missiles, 2 9Ms and 2 120s. And I do have the sniper targeting pod for laser guided, which I don't need right now. These are not laser guided. These are like free fall bombs. But I've got to be able to get over here to some of these. These are convoys right here. If I freaking drop one here, that's going to destroy so much shit. But I'd like to be able to run down the middle, left to right. Yo, how is everyone doing? I appreciate the likes on the TikTok stream. How's everyone doing this evening? How's everyone doing on Twitch and over on YouTube? We're over here trying to get missions done. I've got 12,000 pounds of bombs, 4 missiles, some fuel. There has to be a strike aircraft, which I'm in. We're going to switch this over to TWS though. And I'm going to throw on my 120Cs just in case I see anyone out there. Go ahead and take a missile shot. Yep, there's a missile shot right. I don't know what that is, but there's a 120 out. There's an aircraft, another missile out. I got 2 120s out right now. I might have locked onto a missile. And we're getting head-on missiles right now, which is not good. I think I just had an aircraft fly right by me. Alright, we're gonna try to 2,000 pound bomb this shit right here with 2 of them. Going too fast. Fuck. Air brake. No. R-77. Fuck. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stay high. I've got to take the altitude high with this. I can't. Well, I don't know. I could drop high with these. Give or take. All depends. All right. This one is wide the fuck open. So we've got to get way out here and then come in this way. Or come way out and then try to hit a base. But the problem is with TWS or tracking, they can pick me up from pretty far away. And I just have to make sure I have enough fuel to get there. This might be a one-way trip for me. This map is huge, and I only have 1 drop tank on right now with all this weight. I'm going to try to sneak my way to this far left side. Very far left side. Because this map is relatively close, so you're going to run into an engagement pretty quick. But I need to like really get out this way. Try to avoid a lot of this shit. I need to avoid a lot of it. Alright, we're at 13,000 feet right now above the ground. Radar altitude above sea level is 17,000. We're going to go ahead and try to get out this left side and do a bombing run. I'm either thinking about going down all those turrets down the middle, the AA and the howitzers. I've got to get 18 destroyed targets. These are 2,000-pound bombs apiece. I have 12 of them. Or wait, I have 9. 12,000 pounds of bombs total. Alright, there goes my fuel. So if I can turn and get some bombs on these targets, we're going to be okay. The convoys are huge shots. I could try to get a freaking convoy shot. Right here. This might be worth it. Because where's my radar for my bombs? Alright, I'm too fast right now, so I have to hit my air brake. I'm still too fast. I can't be going more than how fast to drop these bombs? Right there, 750, 760. Oh shit. Got 2 120s out on that. Oh my god. Activate that. No. Can I save this? I've got to try to match the spin. All right, let me try to drop some of these bombs. I'm in a spin though. Oh shit. Damn it. Damn. All right. This is harder than it looks with at this tier level. I mean, I could drop the tier, right? Let me see. What is this? Rank 3 and above. Okay. So, I mean, I do have strike aircraft that are like 11-7. I mean, I've got this freaking aardvark right here. Just loaded with bombs. I can take this fucker in. Try to see if I can't try to see if I can't get some bombing runs here. Gotta destroy 18 ground targets right now. That's the mission. All right. This thing is a monster. And I do not want to spawn at the airfield. Because I'm carrying too much weight and it's going to take a long time to take off. I'm just debating here. See, look at this.
Attention to the map.
So we're gonna try to get this thing. Oh shit, my wingman's in an F-11 too. Look at the cockpit on this bitch. We just chilling. He's got the map. There's the bomb sites.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
You know, he's got the targeting. I'm in the pilot seat and that's the gunner seat, really. Alright, so we've got some freaking bombs. We just have to make it. So we either do a mid-flight
Attention to the map.
and we get in these clouds and sort of tuck in these clouds right here and try to hide in there. These are 500 pounders, so it's going to take probably 6 of these bombs to destroy a base, I'd say. I should have done a 6 series, or at least a 3 series drop. Right now I have them on individual. I should have done a series. Or I could squeeze up. You know what? I'm going to squeeze all the way out here. I'm going to hit all that shit. I'm going to try to go for all this shit right here. That's marked our mission. I'm not going to go for bases. I'm going to bomb this shit right here. It's all grouped together. How's the terrain look right there, though? All right, it's in a canyon. This MiG-23, I think, might be doing the same thing, but we're going to see. Hopefully there's some left over for this plane here. I'm going way too fast. I got to slow down to 750 miles an hour. Fuel. Dude, look at this thing. 99 hours on this thing. This thing's a fucking long distance. Oh my god, I'm getting launched at. Hopefully that's not at me. Hopefully I'm just picking up the launch. Come on. Let's get all the way over. No one ever does this shit. I've never really seen people come over and actually like do the mission. They all just dogfight in the middle. And I have an F5 coming this way, which is not good. Alright. We're turning. We are getting ready to bomb. I need to actually hit it at that angle I was coming in at. We're gonna go from right up the line. It's a weird mesh of shit, but that's where we're gonna go. Alright, we're gonna turn in. Alright, let's get lined up. We're gonna get ready to deploy. We have our bombs right now picked out. We're gonna deploy here in a second. Deploy. All bombs away. And I have a few of my wings. Hell yeah. See if I get any. Look at that bomb. I only got 2. Oh no. I did serious damage though. But those just don't do enough damage. right on ammo. Now we need to squeeze our way out of here. Shit. Alright, I've got the fuel. I just don't have the freaking ammunition right now. We've got to make it back to base right here. In the middle, and I'm getting tracked by something right now. Oh, an SU-24. Not what I want. I don't need to reduce my speed. I'm in a wing sweep. This thing does haul ass though when it is empty loaded. I mean, look at this shit. Alright. Man, our runway is a fucking huge distance past this. My God. Alright, it's gonna be off to my right. I think it's over here. There it is. It's right there. Air brake. All right, but I do have to freaking bring up that air brake when I land because it's landing gear is longer than my landing gear. This is such a shit landing. Touchdown. Look at all the brakes on this shit. I'm surprised this doesn't have a chute. Alright, so let's see what weapons. Can I re-choose another weapon loadout real quick? Let's see, what do I have? Yeah, that's gonna be it. Alright. So we're gonna try to get back over there. Oh shit, this is an enemy aircraft coming in right at us. Right here. Right at the end of my runway. They fly too close to this, they're gonna get shot down, but I need as much runway here as I can to get this heavy fucker off the ground. We're gonna try to get some airspeed up, and then we're gonna return towards our objective over here. Try to get some more bombs on target. Trying to keep as much speed as I can. Don't want to make this turn too sharp. We're going to stay below the clouds to where I can get a clear sight through this. I'll try to get some more targets destroyed here. All right. Oh, I flew and hit those last time. The far fucking ones, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, I hit the far ones last time. I don't know. It just seemed a lot farther than this, and I remember flying over this objective on the way back to the base back there. All right, so these are trucks and tanks.
We're ahead of the enemy.
So we are going to try to carpet bomb this, basically up that line. Give it some power when we get this turn going. We're going to aim for those 4 right there in the middle. I've got my bombs selected. All right. Get away from that AA. Am I getting any hits? 3 targets. I'll take it. I'll take the 3. I got 8 targets so far destroyed. I'm getting locked onto by their fucking AA. Alright. And now we've got to go resupply. What is this? Yak 38. Ugh. That was a really good type bombing run, though. I got right down the line of what I wanted. I need to hit that AA next time. If there's enough time. Because I've got to get back to here, land, more bombs. And try to get some more targets hit. I think these 9Ls are rear aspect. We're gonna find out though. Come on, don't stall on me. Got it. All right, so I just got the surveillance aircraft too. So it's myself and one other F-11 right now up. And they've got quite a few aircraft up right now. And they targeted me. And I have to stay alive for 5 minutes and not being tracked. Is that a runway? Where the hell am I trying to land right now? Oh, right there. Retract air brake. We need to get over here more. Oh my god, this thing is a nightmare. Come on, gear, get down. Look at that landing. Holy shit. That was pretty good for how fast we were going right there towards the end. Not bad. All right, let's get some more bombs and let's go get some more targets. My target changes in... All right, 1 second. Hell yeah. I finished that objective, but I'm the only one still alive, I think. Oh my god. Our base is shooting at someone. So that means they are above me. They are very close to our home base right now. Our AA is engaging them, our missile systems. Yeah, where the hell are they? I heard our missile systems engage. I don't think ever in a match I've ever been able to make it back twice with an F-11. An Aardvark, all the way back to base twice to rearm. And this is going to be my third bombing run. My first bombing run, and then I came back rearmed. Second bombing run, now I came back, and I am headed out again. I don't know because they are circling high. Someone just launched. That was automatic. Why is my base shooting at me? Oh my god, I hit that fucker. I didn't even get an alert. Yep, I knew they were up high. Damn. That's all right, though. We did the best we could. We weren't in a fighter.
We lost, but next time.
All right, I need a few more ground vehicles destroyed or ground targets or water targets. I finished first on the team. Hell yeah. Oh shit, I got the compressors done. I'm curious, what weapons does this hold? Okay, there we go. Look at these. guided bomb. Because right now I'm just using little 500 pounders. It'll hold 2,000 pound bombs. Laser guided bombs. I mean, this thing will hold a lot of shit. I just need to be able to level it up. To freaking let this thing rock and roll. I mean, it'll hold 2,000 pounds. That's an air bomb. These will laser guided targeting pods. Which one am I using now? Yeah, see, I'm using the little 500 pound little guys right here. These are the 750 pounders. Snake Eye, High Drag, Tin Fail Fin. Yeah, because they're using the... Which one is this? Yeah, this has the drag tail fin right here to help. But I need to use these at least minimum right here, these 750s. The 2,000 pounders would be ideal. Or these big ass fucking Paveway 3 guided bomb, laser guided. These are infrared. IR. Laser guided. These wouldn't be bad right here. To be able to go in and freaking get these shots done. Because right now I'm at 6 out of 18. So, and it's with strike aircraft that you have to have. And which one am I doing on this? Oh, these are the 2,000 pounders. I could try this one again. Because this has the 2,000 pounders. I just need to be able to get somewhat close to shoot with this. Or to be able to engage at least. All right, so the hell are those? 42 little missiles, holy shit. Yeah, all right, so we need to be able to get decent little spot to get some shots with those. All right. Let me use the bathroom real quick. And then we're going to continue. All right. One sec. All right, we're gonna try this again. Come on. All right, we're gonna have to weave through a bunch of stuff in here. Try to get some hits. Very vulnerable where we're at here. Alright, we are gonna go on this far side. Well, it goes up 3x10, huh? All right. So we've got some bombs here. We're gonna try to weave our way through these mountains. And what do I have? I've got 2 120s and 2 9Ms. But I've got these 2,000-pound bombs. So let's try to get through here. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can't weave our way around and get this mission done. I'll just pull the negative G real quick. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel for this. I'm using both fuel tanks. This is a lot of weight, 12,000 pounds on this thing. Trying to make our way over there. Shit, we're gonna switch to a 9M. Actually, we'll keep on the 120s here. Oh my god. Shit. Damn it. Those guys all went that way. That's so surprising. I took out a few aircraft though. And that tier's hard to get these bombs out. I got 2 aircraft down. We got to get these freaking these bombs dropped. Got to get these bombs dropped. All right. get out here and get these done. But this thing just weighs so much with these and bombs on it, but this F-15 hauls ass. I just need to be able to get over there and not get picked off. Try to get, I don't know, we're going to see what targets are available for us when we get closer. This thing's fucking hauling fast right now. 1.2 Mach. And I have to slow way down to drop these fucking bombs. Oh shit. I see those aircraft right there. That's not what I want. Gotta be careful, guys, breaking that fucking wall. They're all right there. It is super hard to maneuver this thing. Alright, let's drop down in here. Shit. Two fucking missiles at me. One hit the ground. I just took major splash damage. I'm okay. I just took huge splash damage though. Shit. Come on. Oh. Fuck. Bite on the chaff. Fuck. Nothing I can do. Man, it is hard to get close to bases in this tier, man. Especially hugging the ground and all that shit. Trying to... Because even if I'm high in the air, unless I go super fucking high, but then I'm not going to have a lot of maneuverability because of the weight on this aircraft. So I've got to get this ordnance dropped. With the missiles these guys have, a lot of them do go right. Very strange. We're going to try to really get these done. F-15 down there taking off. might follow these two in right here. I don't know though, I might really try to go left. Really sneak out here. We're gonna try that. We're gonna try that tactic. We're gonna try to go really far left here. Missiles are already being shot. Hopefully we can tuck in. Let's see how well we can tuck in over here. Because I am very far left compared to our team. Let's see. Yo, Waltz, appreciate the follow, man. Welcome. Alright, let's try to get these bombs off. Very hard to drop bombs in this fucking tier, man. Oh my god. You need to ask about the numbers. What numbers? Oh, the stream hashtags. What do I have on it today? I totally forgot what's in there. Probably something fucking stupid, right? Like shit in my pocket or something like that. That was crazy. How come those aren't dropping? Oh yeah, fart in my eyes and poop in my pocket. Well, you know, I don't know, it seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Fart in my eyes and poop in my pocket. Holy shit. See, those bombs, I need to look at these bombs really quick. What bombs am I using? I'm using the Mark. What fucking bombs am I using? Am I using these? Yeah, there you go, dude. Guidance. Okay, these are guided bombs, JDAMs. These need to be laser guided. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. So let's go to secondary weapons. I do have a sniper targeting pod on. That's what I need to use. That's what I have to use. Am I an air main? I don't know. I'll let you decide. So here's my US tree. So far. You know, not too bad. I own basically every premium in the US. Here's my Germany tree. I think I own a lot of the premiums in Germany. Here's my Russia. I got a few premiums in Russia. My Sweden. But if you go to Army, US, so I'm all the way down to here on US, and Germany, all the way down to here. Do I have any on Russia? No. Yeah, so Germany, US tanks is what I play on the ground. But I would say I'm an air main, yes. With what I, you know, my unlocked aircraft. I was flying Germany a lot yesterday, trying to really want these MiG-29G. But I would say my US main. But I do play ground. Haven't played ground recently. My God, man, love to see it. Been learning air from the start with another streamer. Been having fun. Swapped from USA to Russia, but that Russian bias has a chokehold on you. Yeah, I mean, I love to fly. I mean, I've got a lot of the aircraft. Russia's good. It's just Russia right now. So the key is with Russia is it's not necessarily the freaking planes, right? It's like, for example, these weapon systems these planes carry. The missiles the planes have are ridiculous, okay? So these freaking R7 or R27 ERs, these RVV AEs, all these guidance and these bands, the I-band missiles these things shoot. The IRs are okay, but these things are super hard to dodge. The 27 ET ones, the 73Rs are super hard. The problem is these are so hard to dodge. So hard to dodge on Russian planes. I hate fucking getting engaged by MiGs and shit. Like the MiG-23L, right? The only thing this thing really has for it is the R-24s and the 60s, right? The Magics and shit. Yeah. So are you on early jets right now? What tier are you on? If you're early jets, you're probably in the 8s to 10-3. Are you in this area? So you're just getting ready to get into early jets. So you're probably right here. Tier 5. Yeah, so a lot of the MiGs, right? A lot of these Russian planes, they're boom and zoom planes like Germany, meaning, right? You're going to want to get your aircraft and then boom and then zoom and get out, right? Maintain your speed. Okay? You don't want to get into a turn fight with Swedish aircraft, right? You don't want to get into a turn fight with any of these. All right? That sucks. MiGs, depending on the MiG, it can be rough. Turn fighting in early jets with the US, it's all right, but you know, a lot of these are the same body styles. All these F-86S, these Sabres, you're gonna want to like really momentum, keep your speed, use your flaps the way you can. You know, use your air brakes to pull your ass around. Like the F-4C Phantoms, a lot of these things. Like when it comes to these planes, the 7Ms are brutal, right? These missiles that these carry are pretty ridiculous. All right, so you're at the MiG-9 on Russia. Let's look at the end of the props. You're right here. Okay. Let's take a look at this sucker. All right, so there's your MiG-9. This thing's going to be an absolute destroyer of aircraft, okay? I can just look at the gun system right now on this thing. This thing's going to be fucking ridiculous. Reasons why is, let me look at the weapon systems on this. All right, this has a 23 millimeter cannon. All right, and a 37 millimeter. All right, so these are massive guns. All right, massive guns. This plane here, you're going to want to boom and zoom and take your shots. People aren't going to want to head on you in this. Just not a good idea. What's another early one I'm at? Sweden I've been grinding. I'm like right early jets in Sweden, I'd say. So I'm trying to get down to the Gripens again. Any of those early tier planes, right? Let me see. Do I have a Germany loadout of some early shit? Sure I do, of like early jets. It's almost like an ME-262, right? A lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, I'm going to head on these fucking planes. You never want to head on a fucking ME, right? These things have cannons on them. Look at this gun this thing has on it, right? You head on this shit as an air support aircraft will one-shot a tank. It's got a 50 millimeter gun on it, right? This thing will absolutely destroy people, all right? But what you really need to look at when you start learning aircraft, okay, you're going to come into your aircraft, right? So, for example, okay, if I'm going to be in your tier, all right, and you just researched this plane, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the MiG-9 right now. I'm going to preview it, and I'm going to go to X-ray. All right. So I've got my fuel in the top. I don't want to get hit from the top down, and my wings have fuel. All right, let me look at the armor here. All right, head on is not really going to be what you want. It's only 12 millimeter thickness. Impact angle's 10 degrees. You know, bulletproof glass doesn't mean shit. This is the only armor in this plane. All right, but a lot of people don't know this. Okay, armor, projection analysis, right? Aviation. We're going to go to aviation. We're going to go to U.S. tier or Germany, right? We're going to go to rank 4. Let's pick out a ME-262A1. Watch, if this thing shoots at you right here, look at this. Boom. Look at what that does. You see what I'm doing? I can point weapons into anywhere. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Look at where this comes in at. Right? It's going to tell you where this is. Penetration possible. You see where it turns green? You head on a 262. Look at this. No vital parts, but look. A 262 is brutal. Look at what that's going to do. It's going to hit that plate in the front. That's an ME-262A1. Now, if you hit a ME-262C1, I believe. Where's the one with the cannon on it? Am I up to too much? Here's a strike aircraft. You're going to run into a lot of these. All right. So these are the compared shells, right? This is going to be at 100 meters. Okay. All right. This is at 100 meters. These are 30 millimeter shells, what they do. All right. I'm sort of nerded out by this shit. I like looking at this stuff, okay? So if you're going to run into people that run these, the armor-piercing sort of high explosive rounds, okay? You get one of these on your ass and it hits you here, it's going to blow your whole tail off. All right? There's no vital parts there, but it's just going to absolutely destroy you. All right? Look at this. Penetration not possible because it's hitting here, but look what's right behind your seat. You got fuel. Right? So I go into aircrafts that I'm going to like start fighting against, and I'm going to look at weaknesses, right? So I'm looking at your aircraft right here, and let's say I'm flying my US tree. Let me see what I'm going to fight you with. If I come in with my 89B, okay, I have a 20 millimeter armor piercing round, okay? APT, penetration possibility low, but I'm still hitting you. But look at the ricochet. That went in here and out the right side of the plane. But look, that's dead right there. That just fucking smoked whatever the hell that just hit. Right? You come, I hit you head on. It's going to hurt a lot. Right? But your guns on this plane are pretty good. But I like looking at places that, all right, no critical damage, no critical damage. All right, let's see what happens if I hit your tail. All right, I'm going to blow your whole tail off, right? If I hit you right here, I'm going to blow the whole back end of your aircraft off. All right? I'm not going to head on this fucking plane. There's no way I'm going to head on this plane because of what you're carrying. But I will hit you at an angle like this, coming down at you from right here and hit you right here. I'm gonna blow your whole engine out, right? But I know your fuel in this aircraft, based upon this, is right here, right? So you can really do a lot of research, and you can do this with any vehicle. A lot of people don't know you can do this, right? And look at, here's the distance. I can change the distance. Here's a 200-meter shot, right? Some of these shells change with the distance behind them and the drag they have, right? But look at the angle I'm hitting this plane at. All right, so if you get hit from the top on this, yeah, there's a lot of info. It's crazy. This game goes into a lot of shit, dude. But I would at least look at your plane and go, okay, armor, what do I got? Oh shit. Okay, well I've got some armor head on, so I can head on, right? But what you're gonna want to do with a plane like this, let me see. Can I freaking test flight this plane? I don't even think I have it unlocked. I can't. But let's go. Let me jump into a US plane or a Germany plane. Right, let me just jump into an air arcade here. Let me see if I can get into one at 7.3. These are early jets too, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It's knowing your aircraft, knowing if it's a boom and zoom, knowing if it's a turn fighter. Those are the big ones, right? You don't need to know necessarily. You don't need to know everything about the plane like that, right? If you want to nerd out, go for it. But the big thing is you need to know what your aircraft does. Is it a strike aircraft? Is it a boom and zoom aircraft? Is it a turn fighter? Right? You've been playing fighters. Formerly, your friend has been researching with me, but he's exclusive bombs, base grounds. Okay. See, and that's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, you could do that with jets. You just turn into a strike aircraft. You see the green diamond? So I play on an ultra wide screen, so that's why little things are cut off here. But you go from a bomber to a strike aircraft a lot when it comes to that, okay? So here is an early ME-262 arcade. All right, this is the one that's got the gun on the front. Now, if you see me shoot this, I only have 30 rounds. But this is a boom and zoom aircraft. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to turn back a little bit, and I'm going to get some height, right? Then I'm going to let my other aircraft get out in front of me. This aircraft will demolish if I get top-down angles, right? Top-down angles on people. So what I'm going to do right now with this aircraft, I'm going to try to go after this B-57 bomber, but if that F-84G goes after him, it's going to be a little rough. All right, so now I'm going to level out, drop some altitude. I'm going to try to get some airspeed back up. I'm dropping some altitude here. This is an energy plane, so this thing does very well with a lot of energy. I don't want to get into a turn fight with a P-51, but no one's going to want to head on me in this freaking thing. That's stupid as shit if you're going to head on me. This guy might try to. So this guy's going to die, though, because all these planes are diving at him. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't want to turn fight that P-51. His climb rate's faster than me. So this is a jet right here. This B-57's a jet. That's an early model jet bomber. So I'm going to turn. Now he's going to turn underneath me. So now I'm going to drop like this. And I'm going to let him come up right here. And I would have taken a shot right there on top. Right? So now I dove. But now I'm going to turn my nose back up. And I'm going to get out of there. Because I'm not a turn fighter in this. Right? People get greedy. You get focused on one plane, right? Look at all these motherfuckers out here. This is my threat, that P-51. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit my combat flaps, and I'm going to try to get my ass around, raise my flaps around, and I'm going to look for a target. Right? I don't... Oh, shit. So now I've got a P-51 diving right on me. Right? Put in combat flaps. I'm gonna try to dive down and outrun him. Hopefully that yep, there's a 262 fighter dropping in on him. Take some shots on him, boys. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. Ignore what I just did. I thought I was way higher. Let's get another plane. Like right here, right? This is a, that was a strike aircraft. Here's a fighter. Right? I wasn't paying attention to my fucking altitude. Alright. So this one, this is maneuverable, right? You want to learn your flaps, okay? So if I want to turn hard, I'm going to yank it hard. I'm going to hit my flap. Combat, halfway through, I'm going to flap again to torque my ass end around. Right? So I'm going to go after this guy one-on-one. He's stupid if he heads on an ME-262, though. You don't want to do that. Because Germany has very, very superior guns. Alright? He is a jet, though. But he knows I'm a jet. So I'm going to look. If I dove in on him, I'm going to try. I hear guns to my left. That's a dude right underneath me engaging. Alright, so he's turning down to the left. I'm going to see which way he's going to brake. Alright, I'm going to drop my flaps. Nope. He's cutting up at me. I'm going to hit my flaps. I'm in combat. I'm going to try to pull around. Flaps up. Take some tap fire shots. Flaps up. I might hit the ground. Alright, I'm going to flaps up. They're raised. I'm going to go low. I'm not a turn fighter. I would lose fighting that fight, right? I have to leave. I took my shots, got behind him, I missed. Now I'm getting my energy and I'm leaving that fight, right? I would die if I stuck in that fight. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a turn fighter, but he can't climb with me. Now I have my altitude. I'm going to turn back around. It's not all... You get greedy and get tunnel vision, you get killed, right? Sometimes it's not about getting all the kills. Sometimes it's just about trying to get yourself in a better position, right? So right now I see this bastard right there, that 262. I'm going to slowly fly this way and see what he's going to do. I hear another jet, though. Where is it? Oh, shit. Yep, see? That was good. Perfect. See what he's doing? Now he's getting back tall. He used his aircraft exactly how he should. I didn't see him. Did not even know he was there. Right? I had no fucking idea he was there. I'll get into another fighter. Right? Yeah. You've been learning positions in B&Zs? Yep. Like right here, that dude, I would die climbing to him. I'd have to climb way out here and then try to go to him. He's got the advantage. This is a jet right here. This is a U.S. jet, the F-84. This is not a jet down underneath me, the LA-200. All right, we're going to try to go down and hit this guy. This guy wants to head on me. God. My flaps, my wing. Oh my God, my wing. I'm gonna J out. Yep, see, he's a turn fighter, that F-84B-26. Those are very, very hard to fly against down low. But if I come in with another, this thing's sort of fun. This is a very unique plane to fly. This thing is a pain in the ass. To be honest, this has default 30mm rounds, but look at this. All right, this is the HO-229. This thing will actually fight pretty well in combat. It can turn pretty well, but it is not a plane that you want to. This is a Germany plane. I mean, look at what the Germans were thinking. They were smoking fucking crack, making this. You know, what's the dumbest shit we can make? And they came up with this shit. All right, let's go over here towards C. Yeah, so these are 37 mils. So most German planes have very high caliber guns, which is the thing. See, I'm not going to drop down that SK. I want to, but this F-84 is coming in on me right here.
Oh shit, fucker, don't give me my wrong side. Damn it. You see how fast that thing turned around? I was able to do a U-turn on the spot with that. That's the thing, right? That plane can stop on a dime. But I love a BF-109, right? I'm a huge BF-109. Yeah. So in that turn, right, I wanted to turn, but then I needed to drop my plane lengthwise to not give him my fat surface. He had a huge target. He had the whole underside of the plane. And that was the downside of that, is trying to get that fucker to lay back over. Turning left and right is good, but flipping it like this took forever, right? I wanted to turn and then flip this way and then dive back around, but I couldn't bring my wing down enough, so he had the whole underside of my plane as just a fucking target, right? There's a bomber right there. I am in an ME-262. I could try to climb on this guy. That's a German Jetcho, that G91, very good front guns. I don't know how well upgraded this plane is. Let me take a look. I know I have some up here. That's not good. I've got to break away from this. That F-84 is coming my way. I need to drop my nose, get some speed. He's going to turn back towards his base, more than likely. Now let's try to just get the nose up a little bit. Is he doing the same thing? No, he's not. All right, we're getting the speed up. I'm going to turn. All right, we're going to drop the nose. We're going to get some airspeed. Try to close this distance. And we're going to try to hit a belly shot on this fucker. Look behind me real quick. All right, he has no air cover right now. But if I get a cockpit shot on me, I'm fucked. All right, so I've got airspeed. Drop a little bit more. I'm going to pull up. Later. I'm going to flatten out. Get my speed back up. Yep. So I'm not going to attack that bomber on level grounds. Too many guns. Like 8 guns on that bitch. The weak spots are directly straight down or underneath. Right? So now I have the advantage. I'm at 9,000 feet and I'm in an energy fighter. Right? Timer's going to run out, but I could freaking drop right down on this guy right here. See what I'm saying? And look at my airspeed pickup. I'm just hauling ass. Right? But I'm going to take some shots. If I miss them, I'm going to get the fuck out of there. Right? It's where people get sucked into fights when it comes to planes that they normally don't fight in, right? So let me look at my presets for US. What do we got? This is the 4.0s. You're in early jets. Let me see. Dude, I've got so many fucking presets. This is crazy. Yes, they crave violence. All right, so these are early jets here-ish. Yeah, these are 9.3s. But you got the Phantom in here. That's going to fucking throw it all to hell. What presets are these? Fuck, I have 11 different presets for that. What's my number 1? Number 2, number 3's ground. Number 4. See, this is probably one of my favorite tiers right here to fight. Probably one of my favorites. And the 4.0s to whatever. But like you were asking earlier, your buddy with early jets, okay? What tree does he do? Is he doing Russia with you? Or what trees is he flying? Because everyone looks at this symbol, right? Frontline bomber, Russia and US. Okay, so here's Russia, right? Everyone looks at these blue pins, bombers, 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 right? But then you turn into strike aircraft, right? Your strike aircraft.
But look at your strike aircraft. Look at mine. Look at, you know, yes, you can bomb. You go into strike aircraft, go to secondary weapons. Look at all the bombs they have. Right? Strike aircraft are bombers, basically, is what it comes down to. They're just jets. All right? US-wise, he's going to go all the way down to the B-57 I was engaging. This is the first jet bomber. You're going to go to the B-66, but then you're going to get into the F-11 Aardvarks. Right? You're going to get into this bad boy that I was flying earlier right here. Right here. And look at all the bombs this fucker carries. Laser guided fucking GBU 2,000-pound bombs. Right? This is a big ass bomber. Right? And then you're going to get into here. Here's the F-14 strike aircraft that I'm using. Look at all the bombs. It's a strike aircraft, so it's a first strike aircraft. It's designed to strike ground targets. You stand a chance, right? So here, I'll do a round with this, okay? I've been trying to figure out these fucking bombs, but these are laser guided bombs, okay? I have a laser on this. Let's jump into 14-0 bombs. Strike aircraft. So, on this loadout, what I am bringing, though, is this, all right? Secondary weapons. I am bringing a sniper targeting pod, which is going to help me target targets on the ground and lock my laser and drop these bombs. 2, I'm bringing countermeasures, an extra 120 countermeasures for missiles. I am also bringing in these bombs. These are, if I look at these bombs, these are the LGP MK Air Bomb 2. Okay? These are air bombs. So if I look at these bombs, and I'm bringing in 2 120C air-to-air missiles, which are all-aspect missiles, and I'm bringing in 9Ms, which are very good all-aspect missiles as well. But if I look at these bombs that I'm bringing in right here, what fucking bombs are these? What bombs are these? Yeah, air bomb. These things here should... Are these laser guided? I don't think they're laser guided. We're going to try it laser guided. But yeah. So what you're going to look at when you look at these high tier bombs is you're going to look at the guidance system. Are they laser? Are they infrared? Are they whatever, right? Blah, 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 blah. Can you fire and forget and just break off, right? Or do you have to hold the infrared lock, right? Do you not have to, right? I'm at a 14-0, so I have 4 air-to-air missiles to protect myself, right? See, but the problem is with jets, you climb 6 to 8K, you can go up to 50,000 feet in a jet. F-15s, dude, this plane, oh my god, no, fuck. I spawned on the ground on accident. All right. But this F-15 will go fucking 1,500 miles an hour, right? With these 2 engines. This thing hauls ass. And then understanding your radar systems on the different radar systems that you're using, right? Right now I'm using TWS, which stands for Tracking While Scanning, okay? So reason why I'm doing that, that is a very good thing, and it's going to pick up anyone 37 kilometers out, and I can change it to 74, 148, and 19 kilometers. I keep mine at 37, and I put on my air-to-air missiles, my 120Cs, and my radar is constantly tracking, and it's looking 34 kilometers out that way, tracking what's out there, right? So right now, if I climb up there like that F-18 is, I can't, or F-15, I can. But check this out. I'm going to turn left. My main mission right now is to drop these bombs. So I switch over to my bombs. I change my view. Here's my camera, right? So if I target this, right? This is where I want to drop my bombs, right? This is, I'm on my, you can select my weapons right here on my screen, right? Sight mode bombs, weapon, 2,000 pound, LGB, blah, 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 right? This is what I'm going to target to drop bombs. Right? That's what I'm looking at to target to drop my bombs. All right. You see how my tracking while scan just picked up a jet? That's a bomb target right there. Okay. Bomb release permission. Okay. It's asking for my release to drop this bomb. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to my 120s. I see this guy here. I'm going to lock him. It's a 2 red circle. It's a hard lock. Missiles out. Right? I'm going to look at this guy right here. I'm flying, tracking while scan. I'm picking someone up right now. I'm going to do a hard lock. Actually, F-18 right here. Hard lock, missile out. And I'm braking, switching to my 9Ms. This guy's turning towards me. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm going to turn down. There's a rocket it just picked up. Here's a jet right here. Nine M out. Multiple missiles are inbound. Got him. Remember, I'm in a fucking massive ass heavy plane with 12,000 pound bombs right now. Right? I need to look behind me. Yep, I'm getting engaged again. I'm gonna hit my air brake. Oh my god, I hit Y. Instead, I was gonna hit my air brake, fly around, but the problem is that AIM-120C with the same missiles I'm shooting. Those things are fucking piss missiles, right? Ridiculous missiles to dodge. All right, it's so hard. But what you're really going to want to drop are these bombs, right? You're going to want to shoot gated, rocket powered. Okay, so you're going to want to go here. You're going to want to shoot something like this. Secondary weapons, let's create a class. All right, so I'm going to create one. I'm going to put a drop tank on. I'm going to do a countermeasures. I'm bringing in the targeting pod. And now here we go. We're going to go JDAM guided bomb 31s. All right. We're going to put on sorry, I got to skip a space. A 120C, a 120C. And then here I'm going to throw on another JDAM 31. I'm going to throw another JDAM 31, and hopefully out here I can throw on a 9M and another 9M. I'm going to save those, and now I'm going to select that as my target, and here you go. Now I've got JDAMs, laser-guided bombs, and 4 air-to-air missiles right now. Yeah, so a lot of it, honestly, dude, once you get into the jets, test flight, right? So if I just right-click right now and I test flight, right? This is what you're going to want to do. Spawn point, I'm going to want to spawn 5 kilometers above the airfield, right? You just need to do this. I haven't dropped these bombs before, so we're going to learn right now, right? Look, I just spawned in the air. I'm going to change my radar to tracking while scan. Search GMTI, TWS GMTI. This is searching ground targets. Okay? That's what this is going to search for. I have these 2 aircraft in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and lock one. How far out are they? Let me change my radar. I've got a hard lock, missile out. Hard lock, missile out. They're both dead. All right, which one is it again? One of these is that you can hold. Oh shit, I just turned my engines off. Don't do that. Yeah, look, I can hold you. Did you know that? I can hold you and watch my missiles. See what I'm saying? Where's this one going? I killed one aircraft. Where the hell is this one going? It like turned around a whole U-turn. Is it going out of jet again? Alright, I'll be inside. Alright. So a 9M missile is a missile that's super hard to dodge, especially if you're turning right to left. This missile is almost impossible to dodge because you're giving it the whole body of your plane, right? This plane's a little too far out. 9Ms are super close range missiles, right? And I can look at you. Look at, there's the missile. See you later. This one here, I just turn my nose towards it. Give me the 9M. Missile out. Those things will turn on a dime too, look. Dead. So now, let's go look at one of these targets. Let's drop one of these bombs. All right. So you can't be going too fast, first of all. It'll say too fast, right? You see my bomb target, how it's completely black? I can drop at this speed, but when it turns white, I'm too fast. You can't drop at this speed. Right now I can because I'm only doing 500 miles an hour. You can't drop, I think, over 1.0 Mach. All right, so I'm going to look at my targeting pod. I'm going to set it straight. There's my targeting pod. Where the fuck am I looking? All right, let's take a look at this thing here. Seeker mode off? No. Did I just turn all my fucking... Yeah, it's a frigate. This is what I want to hit. Why am I turning? Oh, the boat's turning. All right, I have 9 seconds for my freaking bombs. Let me change my view. All right, now my bombs are out on this. All right. So, these should hit this, I'm hoping, or I'm fucking something up and I have to mess with my I have to mess with my shit and see what the hell I'm doing wrong here. Oh shit, I'm in a dead zone. Turn my smoke off, Jesus. Another thing this plane can do, right? You see all the cool shit like Top Gun? Actually, where that red square is, that's where the bombs hit. See, those are all free-falling JDAMs. Hit him. Target destroyed. Right? And now I switch radar real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Pick him up. Lock. Missile out. Lock. Missile out. Turn hard. Hit the air brake. Flip over. Lock. Come on. Missile out.
I'm not.
So then if I hit this button here, right, and I hit left shift mouse button 5, I turn off my AOA, which means AOA is your limits. This is what allows you to do your Cobra moves, right? So I can hit this, turn it off, and now you can freaking do like crazy aerobatic maneuvers in a jet because it turns off your limits of your aircraft, right? So if I just want to do a free fall freaking bomb drop, all right, you see where that thing is locked? All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get these here. Drop, 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 drop. Why isn't it dropping? Why am I not dropping this? What am I locked on over here? I'm fucking stalling. I need to figure out these laser guided bombs on this. Let me turn this off. There we go. AOA's on. It's gonna be much more stable. All right. So basically, those 4 dots you see are this. All right. When you get into let me take his ass out of here. Because I'll do a lot of sim in my VR headset as well. So when you're inside here, all right, and you're switching around your different targets, you see this green line? That's a bomb target. This here is HMD, right? So this here is designed anywhere your helmet looks, you still get the heads-up display, and you can still target, right? This is what a lot of the advanced aircraft have. F-16, things like that. You can still target with your helmet, all right? Some of them are stuck with just the stuff on the heads-up display. But this line right here is locked to my bomb dropping zone, right? Wherever that spot was locked,
Pull up.
I need to go back and get a good lock. So Seeker's searching, right? I can look at my bombs too and follow my bombs to the ground. The bomb is looking for a target, right? If I look here, you see that dot? That's where the bomb's gonna hit, right there. The big dot. That's a bomb target. But my seeker is searching for the laser on this. Right? To lock on. Once this locks on, this laser sight, I'm able to use shit. See what I'm saying? So you're able to do so much with these aircraft. Right? You're like, oh shit, where's that bomb going? The bomb is searching. It's falling, but look. You see how it's turning? You see the bomb just turn? You see it headed towards the boat? You see that shit? It didn't have enough inertia. But did you see it turn? And the boat's turning away from it? The bomb locked and it turned. It changed its direction. Right? So a lot of it is doing what I'm doing right now. Flying around. HMD. Flying around and looking at different things of what you can do. What you're targeted on. What you're locked on. What do these systems do? Landing. Right? But I'll do a lot of sim shit. Right? I'll do a lot of sim stuff. I actually have a full sim setup with my headset and shit I put on. And I actually go fly sim in this, which are simulated battles, and you can get into tiers, right? So right here, Air Realistic, I jump into simulation battles, and I can go join 1.0 to 14.0. I can look at different air simulation battles. I can see which ones are available right now, the rooms list. So I can jump into like this one, BRs. I can look at different, you know, different shit I want to get into right now, and I can use my headset, and it's all in cockpit view, and I can turn and look, and I fly. Mouse and keyboard, but I fly sitting in my chair. And it's simulation. Right? So it's just learning your weapons and learning the aircraft you're fighting against, right? So since you just unlocked the 9.0 tier or the 7.3 plane, I would just briefly go around and say, okay, you could be up tiered or down tiered, okay? So 7.3, understand in this game, you're going to be flying against from 7.3 to 8.3. If you're 5.0, you're going to go 5.0 to 4.0, 4.0 to 6.0. It's a gap. It's a range, right? Because some places don't have 7.3 planes. They only have 6.3. But you're still going to be in that. Now, if someone says, oh shit, we got up tiered, that means you're fighting against 8.3 planes, right? If you got down tiered, you're fighting against 6.3 planes because you're fighting a 7.3 tier. You understand that? So there's a gap for all these planes you're fighting in. Okay, so right here, if I go to battle in a 11.7 BR, I can fight all the way up to 12.7 and down to 10.7. That's where you're gonna sit. That's where the term, oh man, we got into a fucking up tier. That means you're fighting at the 12.7, right? So just because you're flying into an 11.7 battle doesn't mean shit. Okay. You're in that, there's a tier range of planes you're flying against. That's why these are tiered. You see what I'm saying? Ranks. 2.0 to 3.0. You could be flying against all these planes in here, and you just unlocked the HE-112, and you're flying against this. Right? That's how this works. So when you get up to these top tiers, I would just look, right? You're like, okay, I just unlocked a 7.3. Let me look at the US. Let me see what a 7.3 is. What am I going to be fighting here? Okay, that's too high, but okay, I'm going to be seeing some 84s. All right. I'm going to be seeing some jets here from them. All right, they got some bombers. All right, cool. Let's see what Germany's got. Let's see. What am I going to be flying against here? Okay, they got the Me-262s. We're going to be in that range. All right. What about Japan? Right? And I'm just filling my head a little bit with knowledge of what I can see, what I'm going to be fighting against, right? And then you're like, all right, I've got a pretty good gist. And then when you get your ass kicked about 100 fucking times by one set of missile systems, you're like, dude, how do I evade this missile? How do I get away from a 24R? How do I get away from this? And understanding when, like, the biggest thing you need to understand when you're starting a jet's career is this part of the missile. All right. All aspects. Look at your plane. Front aspect, rear aspect. right? Front and back. All aspects means this missile can lock on all aspects of this plane, right? When you're flying low tier planes, they have rear aspect missiles a lot that only lock on infrared to the engine and the ass end of the plane. Meaning if you're going head on, you won't get a missile lock because they're rear aspect. Some missiles are front aspect that are only front locking. You can't get a missile lock chasing someone, right? So understanding that will save you a lot of frustration, okay? Because some of these missiles, like this plane here, is a pain in the dick, all right? These are R-60 MK air-to-air missiles. They're all aspect, but these suck ass. Someone pops a flare, they're dead. I have to go head on with someone with these and shoot them at about a kilometer and a half away to get a kill. All right. Infrared guidance, I have to hold the lock. Infrared, I have to hold the lock. SRA guidance, I don't have to hold the lock. This is self-guided missile. J-band. Rear aspect, I have to shoot from behind. Rear aspect, shoot from behind. All aspects, right? So you could have these two missiles loaded up right here and be so pissed that you're going head on with someone. My missiles aren't locking. Yeah, they're rear aspect. You cannot get a head on lock, right? So those are things you just need to learn over time is, okay, am I trying to go in right now and fly head on with these? Do I need to get rear aspect? What am I trying to do, right? Understanding your weapons you're using is a huge aspect to it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest part of it, is understanding your weapons you're shooting, right? That's why Russia is so good when it comes to these freaking massive ass missiles these planes hold, because these missiles they shoot are just they're just, you fire and forget because you don't have to hold the lock. Most of them are all just computer guided, right? Some of these you can even see right here. This anti-ground missile you can fire so far away, it has a turbine engine attached to it, right? I can shoot this from 120 kilometers away because it has a 600-second guidance time. So I can be 120 kilometers away, fire this bitch, and for 600 seconds, right? There's 60 seconds in a minute, so do the math. And then this turbine will fucking kick on and power this motherfucker on top of the engine of the missile. It's crazy. And this is a TV IOG guided missile. So I could just be locked onto my camera from 120 clicks away and just let this fucker fly, right? So it's just looking at your missiles that you're going to need to look at. So your plane right now, you don't have any missiles, but let's look at the plane right after it. What's the MiG-J? Does yours have secondaries? I don't think it does yet. No, it's not. The J might. Nope. You aren't going to get those in the J yet, but you probably will in the... Do any of these 7.0s have missiles? Oh, wait. What was that? What was that? No. You're going to get them right here in this next tier in the 8s. Right? So let me look. This is going to be your little ass dinky missile. Your little rockets. Right? But let's look and see if you've got any here. This one will have some, the strike aircraft. I'm pretty sure. Yep, right here. Here's your F-104, basically, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at the missile. These are R-60s, rear aspect. Yay! You know what I mean? Yeah, rocket-powered telephone pole. No shit. So these are rear aspect, R-60s, air-to-air missiles. Really good, but you got to shoot these from within like a click and a half. But look, you have all this other ordnance. Right? Manual guidance. This is going to go where you have your little camera at, and you have to hold it. Right? So you get to look forward to a ton of shit, dude. A ton of shit. But your friend can bomb. Bombers turn into strike aircraft. Because you aren't going to be flying this big ass bitch when you can fly this Su-34 strike aircraft with all this shit on it. Look at all this fucking shit this thing can hold. Look at all these different missiles, dude. And bombs. Look at this shit. This thing has a 400 missile guidance time. This thing, when it shoots, these wings pop out, and it has a glider attached to it. This thing has 2,219 kilograms of TNT. It's a 3,320 pound bomb. That's fucking massive. 303,000 pound bomb with wings on it. And this shit'll go for 400 seconds guidance time. If you're within 115 feet of this, this will destroy any armored vehicles, and you will get fragmentation almost 1,000 feet away from this bomb. Right? So, yes. Bombing is super fun. Honestly, what I would do is what I need to do, I need to go watch about 2 YouTube videos on 2 different guidance systems for those bombs I was using, and jump back into Free Flight and fuck around with them and make sure my keybinds are all set up correctly, and I'm good to go. But Russia is fucking awesome, dude. You're going to get into some fun shit. Some really fun shit. You know, because this is a plane I'm using right here. This is my premium Russia. But once again, this fucking telephone pole missile I can shoot. Right? It's crazy as shit. This big bastard. Right? Russian bombs don't look the greatest. They don't look all sexy and shit, right? But this is still a 1,500 pound fucking bomb. This thing will blow your shit up. And you have so many different ordinances you can put on a plane. But you're going to get your ass kicked a lot in the beginning, dude. I have 1,500 hours in this game. Right? And I am an air main. For sure. It just takes time.